Bait is a brand new 2025 film from the UK. This was written by Sam Gurney and directed by Andrea Catinella, if I'm pronouncing those names correctly. And this is about a family that gets into an accident in the UK. They're visiting from the US, and the lady, and is it Amanda or Andrea? I think I'm really bad with names, but she's visiting her brother in the UK named Wes, and Wes lives with his mother, I believe, and his son, if I'm not mistaken, or he has a wife too, but they have a kid of their own. And then there's a family of four from the United States with, I'm going to go with Andrea because I think that's her name. She's visiting with her husband and her two kids, and they get into an accident while going to the brother's house. And they basically get into this situation where they're at this brewery. It's a very big landscape in the country, essentially, in the English country, where it's, there's a lot of wilderness, there's a lot of views and scenery, but not a lot of houses. You know, they're very apart from each other, kind of thing. So it's a very isolated area, very easy to get lost in. It's mentioned a lot in the film. But they end up stuck in this brewery with this psychopath. You're introduced to the psychopath at the beginning, and this guy is taking care of this monster essentially, and he's feeding this monster human body parts and full humans usually. And this family, these four people are his next victims, and they're tied up there, and the mother is British. She's the only one who speaks with a British accent. The father is an American. He's a UK actor, but he's doing an American accent. And the two kids, it's kind of funny because they kind of go back and forth. They're doing like this Andrew Tate thing. They're like they speak like with an American accent for a bit, and then the UK, but they're from the US with a British mom and an American dad, so it kind of makes sense. But it's kind of funny to listen to. And yeah, it's a monster film. It's a creature feature monster movie, basically. The plot is it's basically that essentially, for the most part. The best thing about this film is the creature and the creature effects. I loved it. I love practical effects, so you're gonna win me over with practical effects any day of the week. Now there is some CGI blood, which is a given. I mean, it's not bad looking, or it doesn't distract from the film. It doesn't look horrible or anything like that. But this is a low budget film. It's directed, it's distributed, if I'm not mistaken, by Uncorked Entertainment. And they deal with low budget independent cinema. I'm a low budget independent cinema fan. I love it. You can always find some hidden gems in the independent cinema scene, and I'm all over it. I'm very about passion projects and all that stuff, and I can tell that, at least it seems that a lot of the passion and care went to the monster and the creature and making it effective, because when it starts chomping on people in parts, like it looks great. I love the way the head moves and the face moves and everything. Very, very great effects on that creature. The acting, it's here and there. There's moments of a lot of like overacting, and then there's moments of sometimes underacting. Sometimes the acting is kind of, it's back and forth. I don't know. It's highs and lows kind of thing. There's a lot of lulls with the dialogue. I really don't like the motive of the villain, and a lot of things are predictable. I started to kind of clue some stuff together as the film went on, so a lot of things are predictable, and if this is a film that's trying to be a mystery, I kind of got it pretty fast. But yeah, I just find the motivation from the villain and the monster lore kind of thing, and the whole explanation of everything that's going on a little bit a little bit a little bit dull and weak, I guess, is the best way to put it. But not so bad for a simple plot. And when you get a creature that looks as good as that, and that's what the film is focusing on, and the gore and everything, like the poster looked really bloody and gory and horrific, and this is a pretty bloody, gory, horrific film. And it's fun that way. Like I'm a gore hound, so I love that shit. But yeah, the acting, like I said, back and forth. You can tell it's an independent film. It's a low budget film, which I don't have a problem with. I love that stuff, and it's like middle of the road, I would say. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, not even close, and it's not, the greatest hidden gem I've ever caught in my life. But I'm not disappointed that I watched this film. I gave it a 2 out of 5, and when it comes to my scores, how I score films, like I've scored films half stars and I still enjoyed them, but they're half stars because of, reasons. And then there's films that I can say, like, yeah, I could say that technically is a 5-star film, but I also do find it kind of boring. So I'm all over the place. A 2 out of 5 for me is quite good. That's usually middle of the road films end up there. And yeah, what else can I say about the film? The ending also a little bit weak, like not rushed. Rushed is the wrong word, but I don't know, kind of cheesy, kind of corny, kind of. It was meh. I'll just leave it at that. It was meh. This film is all about the gore and the creature. So if you like monster movies and you like people trying to survive in a very tight, compact room with this psychopath, being menacing and all that shit, that's what this film is here to deliver. So I wish the villain was more villainous. I wish the villain was, he's creepy as hell, that's for sure. But he could have been just a better lore, a better monster story, a better, a better a better a better, I don't know, I'm losing my words right now. I usually don't lose my words like this, but something more complex, something more unique, I guess, would have probably elevated this film a little bit more. But like I said, the creature effects and all that stuff is a lot of fun. The young girl, the daughter, she's a beautiful girl. She's also choreographer for like fighting in a lot of films. I looked that up and I noticed that. And I think that's about all I can say about it. So if that sounds up your alley, I don't know if it's on Tubi. I never checked, but it's definitely out streaming from Uncorked, and it's easy to find. So I mean, it's there. So yeah, I give it my recommendation, middle of the road. And I am also going to mention that I mentioned this a lot of times, that I'm not a film critic. I am a film reviewer. I watch films and give my own opinions, but I'm nowhere near a professional or a like certified critic or anything like that. I know jack shit about the industry. I just watch a film and give my own opinions on it. So take what I say with a grain of salt. Make up your mind if you want to watch this film. It's just my recommendation. And subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more soon, so stay tuned for those. Check out what's on the channel already. Stay tuned for what's coming. Until next review, have a good one. Take care and cheers.